Have you ever left a party, a dinner, or even just a coffee with friends and felt completely exhausted? Not physically tired, but mentally and emotionally drained, like someone pulled the plug on your energy. Meanwhile, others are still going strong, maybe even more energized than before. So what's happening here? Why do some people feel recharged by socializing while others feel like they need 3 days to recover? Is it shyness? Is it weakness? Or is there actual science behind this? Stick around, because what you're about to discover might finally explain why social situations leave you running on empty. For some people, the exhaustion comes from something called social masking. This is when you're not really being yourself in social settings. You're performing. Smiling when you don't feel like it. Agreeing when you actually disagree. Adjusting your personality to fit the room. Psychologists have found that this kind of constant self-monitoring burns through mental energy fast. It's like running two programs at once. The real you and the version you think people want to see. And your brain hates that. It's exhausting to calculate every word, every reaction, every facial expression. So by the time you leave, you're not drained from socializing. You're drained from pretending. For this group, the fatigue isn't about people. It's about the performance they feel forced to put on. Then there's a second group, and this one's more biological. These are the people whose nervous systems are simply more sensitive. Psychologists call them highly sensitive persons, or HSPs. Their brains process sensory information more deeply. Loud voices, background music, multiple conversations happening at once, it all registers more intensely. What feels like normal stimulation to others feels like sensory overload to them. Studies show that HSPs have more active mirror neurons, which means they're unconsciously absorbing other people's emotions. If someone at the table's anxious, they feel it. If someone's frustrated, they pick up on it. They're like emotional sponges, soaking up everything around them. So after a few hours of socializing, they're not just tired. They're overstimulated, overloaded, and emotionally saturated. For them, it's not about introversion. It's about how their brain is wired. And then there's the third type, the deep connectors. These are people who don't do small talk well. Casual conversations about the weather, weekend plans, or surface-level topics. It feels hollow to them. They crave depth, meaning, real connection. But most social situations don't offer that. So they spend the whole time feeling disconnected, even in a room full of people. Psychologists link this to something called existential isolation, the feeling that nobody really gets you. And when you spend hours in conversations that don't feed your soul, it's emotionally draining. Not because you don't like people, but because the interaction felt empty. For them, socializing is exhausting when it lacks substance. But put them in a deep one-on-one conversation. They come alive. Here's the fascinating part. None of this makes you broken. It just means your brain processes social energy differently. Extroverts gain energy from external stimulation. Introverts and sensitive people recharge through internal reflection. It's not better or worse. It's just wired differently. Neuroscience backs this up. Introverted brains show more activity in areas related to internal thought and planning, while extroverted brains light up more with external rewards and social interaction. So if you leave social events feeling like you need to hibernate, you're not antisocial. You're not weak. You're just running on a different operating system. The key is knowing your limits and honoring them. Because the world will always pressure you to be more social, more available, more energized. But your well-being depends on you protecting your energy, not apologizing for it. So here's the real question. Are you drained because of the people, or because you're not being yourself around them? If this resonated, subscribe for more psychology that actually makes sense of you. Let's recharge together.